naming
All
bug,
right.
I guess. Let me
Looks
get my
like
thing up.
everything's up and running. So we'll just get through the
Yeah,
opening
just
game
give us.
stuff.
All right. So, do you guys know how to use these chess clocks?
That's a great question. I should probably figure that out, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm trying to even think if I've played on the clock. All right, so I'm gonna have to
Oh,
reload
okay.
because I can't click on objects to get my list out.
So I don't know how to reset them,
I got it.
but
Hold on. I have to change to a different color real quick, and then I'll reassign you to red. Oops, wrong button. Wrong person. Change color. You are around red, and
Oh, there we
that
go.
should promote you, so you should be able to grab stuff.
Yep. All right, cool. Uh,
but it
so
looks
there's
like you just click on the clock and it runs down.
Yeah, right click and left click on the individual number will allow you to add or
Oh, I
subtract.
see. That's the clock there. I'm looking at the mod streamer view, and I have it up on my screen.
Yep.
Got
And
it.
if you click on
can
the
I?
buttons on the stream review, it'll actually
Yeah,
it'll
it
tap your clock
swaps back
button.
and forth. Yep. Okay. Got it. All
The
right.
overlay thing is, I think, making it so I still can't like select objects or any of the top things.
Okay, that's interesting.
Can I get rid of the streamer
You can
Yeah.
press the
thing?
escape key, and that will temporarily
Okay.
disable it, and then you
Oh,
can
okay. There we go.
use the
Yep, now
menu
I
from
can get
there.
it.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's my
it's
hacky
working.
way to get around it.
Love it. All right. Got some hot ball action here for
Oh,
you.
I see. And left click. Okay.
Can draw a map for you
Sorry.
guys.
Thank you.
Go with
Okay.
emergency at Gronkos. Nice.
So let's see. This should be. We have 1:30 on the clock, right?
I think it's 1:15.
Is it 1:15? Okay.
I can double check.
1:15. And is there a timer for the entirety of the match?
I think it's just basically it's double that plus so it'd be what 2 hours 30 minutes plus I think it's probably still just 3 hours. I'm double checking the
Yeah, I think it's
document.
3 hours.
I gotta find the darn thing first.
There's probably a way to manually enter this rather than doing this, but whatever. There we go. Okay, let me remind myself of your roster. Ant-Man, Sandra Nova, Oof. Loda, Hulk. Yep. Session copy configuration, dark green. Okay, so you're just gonna go punch me a bunch.
You don't know that. You don't know me.
Demons, Gamma, Perigene. Okay, cool. Mutant Extremists, Common Herbs. Okay, interesting.
Oh,
Interesting. Oh.
I don't even know if my chewing is annoying because
No, you're good,
I don't know.
man. I've eaten many a dinner during game.
wait.
That's right.
Tea and strawberry beer. Surprisingly good combination.
Where are you from, Jeremiah?
From Colorado Springs.
Oh, okay. So you're in. Did you play? What bracket did you play in?
Pacific.
Oh, okay. I see.
So
Gotcha.
like Evan Chang, he's Colorado, and Mike is Colorado. He won LVO.
Yeah, Mike DeLuca.
So yeah, DeLuca, yeah. So I got some good people that sometimes I get to play with, but they're in Denver, so it's like a 2 hour drive for me. So
Oh,
I don't
nice.
get to play too profit, but I do get to play a few
Yeah,
times.
we don't have much of a local scene here, unfortunately. So we got to get one started, but just hasn't taken off yet.
Yeah, my problem is I work a lot of weekends, so
Oh, what do you do?
I'm a videographer. I
Oh,
have
okay.
a
You
kind of
you
a
mentioned
small
your
video
business before,
production
so I
company. Yeah,
figured.
so
Nice. Good
Do
for
all
you.
manner of video production, but in the spring and fall, I do a lot of weddings, so I'm just never available on Saturdays to play stuff. So,
Yeah, I hear you. You got one this weekend, I assume.
no, actually, believe it or not, my 72-year-old mother is getting married tomorrow. So,
Oh wow, good for her.
I guess technically I'm like filming her wedding, but mostly I'm just like hanging out. Yeah, yeah, it's really weird because my parents got divorced like 25 years ago, right? So she's been like single, no boyfriend, nothing for like 25 years, and she met a guy in October and was like, "Fuck it, I'm marrying her." So there you
That's
go.
great. That's
Yeah.
awesome. It's never too late.
No, it isn't. Apparently not, man. Yeah. No.
All right, Dan, if you're ready, let's we can roll up priority.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All
Morgan's
right.
probably going to be joining us, and he might take over being table judge, and I can just run the stream. But
Fuck that guy.
but I'm fine to keep going. Don't stop on my account, and then whenever
Okay,
he rolls in, we'll switch over.
that sounds
All
good.
right. Here we go. Happy roll. Good luck to you, sir.
You too. I've
Oh.
got two. Oh, looks like you, sir.
Damn. Oh boy. I don't know. Wish I would have actually thought about this week. I guess I'm gonna take. Fuck. I feel like red would be more fun, but blue is probably better. Hmm. Yeah, I guess I'll take blue.
Okay, so I'll take the extra X.
There you go.
Let's see, what do we got?
Gamma waves and
Gamma?
alien ship. Man, that's a
Oh,
weird combination.
that is.
What points you want to play?
Uh,
Yes. Weird ass. List. Let me tell you.
go think about this for a minute. I think we're gonna play 15.
15.
Yeah.
All right. Huh. Well, I don't know. What do I pick? The effects of gamma waves on man on the moon miracles.
Hmm.
All right, guys, not to interrupt or anything, but after you are both finished picking your squads, Morgan's going to give you a rundown on clocks and stuff since he seems to know what he's doing here. And then I'm going to
Alright,
dip out
sounds
of
good.
audio after that, and then we'll let you guys play your game.
I'm gonna pick a board edge here while we wait for Morgan, okay?
He's in and connected. I think he's ready to go. So
Hey lads, how you doing?
You heard me. I'm gonna pick a board edge while I wait for Morgan.
I see what you did there. Thanks, Morgan.
That's all right. Without interrupting, I noticed I judged a game the other day, and I had to remind them clocks almost every activation. Do you guys want me to do that, or do you want me to stay out of it and you can remind yourselves / let them run?
No. I think remind us if we miss it.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so I'll apologise any if there's interruptions, but I'll remind you for the clocks when I see it.
It's always a pleasure to be interrupted by the champ, Morgan.
Not for much longer. You might be losing your
I don't know about that. I don't even think I'm gonna win this game. So,
All right, I'll leave you to it. Good luck to both.
all right, thanks, Morgan. Uh, Decisions. Yeah, I could do that. I like that better. I think maybe I Not at home, but...
That's not good.
Mm.
Better. Yeah.
All right, this is going to be the board. I think. Oh,
Oh, okay.
It's really throwing me. Okay. That's 4. All right.
I'm incredibly wounded. I will help you when I can.
Okay. I think.
Oh, they text me
I think I'm ready when you are.
Okay, and this is a 15-point game, right? I just wanna make sure I'm
It
not
sure is.
totally like boning this, and like I just played 15 points. All right, sweet. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay,
All right,
and
it's
that does
activated.
add up to 15. All right, I'm doing it.
Yep.
All right, guys. Good luck. I'm gonna dip out of the audio chat. You guys have a great game, and Morgan, thank you
All
for
right.
coming and helping us out. Good luck to both of you, and I will see you on the other side.
Sounds good.
See you on the other side of the wall.
Perfect. All right, everyone. Stream time. Welcome to the channel. If you've never been here before, welcome to the game. I think we're going solo tonight. We had a last-minute volunteer for the accuser spot, so I get to actually do this thing. So we got a game against Mike, or game with Mike here. Looks like Mike is bringing. Looks like Criminal Syndicate with affiliated as Kingpin, Black Cat, Bullseye. We've got Dr. Voodoo and Toad, which are great, like mercenary picks basically. He's running Disarm, Indomitable, Advanced R&D, Field Dressing, Med Pack. And then we've got Jeremiah on the other side, and it looks like we have Cabal with a spicy green Hulk pick, spicy pepper, green pepper. So we're doing Red Skull's Cabal, Hulk, Bullseye, and the Hood. We're just Hood. Oh, and tactics for Cabal are going to be Dark Rain, Field Dressing, Cosmic Invigoration, Indomitable, and Sacrifice. I'm looking for that Cosmic Invigoration on the Hulk. It's going to be wild. I think with Bullseye's Throwing Knives or Throwing Needles and the Hood's Rapid Fire, Dark Rain's going to get some use too. So it looks like that's a Killy Priority Squad versus a little bit wider Criminal Syndicate. I think we're doing a 15-point game, and it's Alien Ship and Gamma Wave. So we're going to be trying to control the Gamma Wave stations down the middle line of the board on either side of the players. Or straight down the middle in between the two players, I mean. And we're going to be doing Search for the Alien Ship Core in the middle section. Got a chocolate volcano beer today. It's excellent. Nice dessert stout to go with this after dinner game. Ho ho ho. Right, so it looks like they're still deploying. Perhaps they're discussing about the shadows and overhang on the buildings here. That's probably what that ping was. Let's see. I know that Jeremiah, his name is, I think his handle here or display name is Crying Prophet. I think he was the one that won priority. And looks like he's got 2 characters down. He deployed Hulk and he deployed Bullseye, so deployment is probably going to be to Mike right now. They're discussing how the buildings and all that stuff's going to work, so. Yeah, 40K TV. Yes, Chocolate Volcano. Chocolate Desert Stouts by Heavy Seas Beer Company, looks like. All right, so second deployment from Mike is coming out here. We got Dr. Voodoo going down in the middle. Oop. People are pressing buttons on me. So we've got 2 bullseyes on the field. It's really cool. I never saw him at all until like this season, basically. I think the drop down from oh, nice. Okay, you made it. You got to the stream. Hushblade. Awesome. Excellent. Thanks for showing up. As I was saying, Bullseyes was basically never played in the last couple seasons. I think the drop to 2 points really did him some excellent favors. A lot of people are looking to take him this season. All right, so we've got Red Skull went down in the middle, Toad went down in the middle. Really stacking them up here. So Bullseye's really the only one that's kind of off in the wings here. And I'm wondering if it's fake out, or if he's just trying to kind of protect him early on back there. Trying to scooch Hood in here, I think. It's a pretty balanced map. You got, size 3s in the corners here, and then each side kind of has another size 3 available to it. Oh, this one's a little bit further out. And that fire truck in the middle is just nutty, but Hulk can be seen over it, so it could be a disadvantage. There's nowhere for him to hide right now. No size 5s. Truck's probably not staying there too long anyway. I'm sure Hulk will bash it over somebody's head like you want to see. Alright, I think that's all the characters deployed, so we're probably going to be off to the races in a second. I wonder if Mike is I wonder if Jeremiah, Grind Prophet's going to try something crazy with an early opening, or if they're going to try and pass and just kind of buy themselves some time. We'll see. It's another finals game, so we're playing with clocks again. In the last one I was able to stream, it was lightning fast. I don't think the players used maybe an hour's worth of time in between them, so I'm interested to see how that shakes down across the board. So I play War Machine a lot, so I've been accustomed to clocks in the past, and they're always a hurdle to climb over, but I think they really help keep things on track and keep things on schedule, so I think they're a valuable piece if you're trying to make sure that you can get a convention staying on track, or make sure that you can get a one-day event done in time. Hey, Chewy made it here. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Game's just getting started. Well, it's just fine. Come on in. And let's see. It looks like we're gonna have Bullseye be the first activation. So decide where he's going. Wonder if he's gonna try and run him up to the right side around this truck. It'll be tough to make it there. Yeah. I've played Gamma Waves and Alien Ship before. I always end up sending 1 or 2 characters out to the side early on, and it's always a mistake. I feel like I'm just gonna stand in the center and search for that core in the center the whole game. It's probably the better choice, because you're not taking automatic gamma damage from being on the outside at that point. Alright. First ship core, are we gonna get it? Nope. Double move for Bullseye. He should be done. Toad. He's going to come on up, and he's probably going to interact with it from range 2, huh? And Toad's a good choice to activate early, because he's able to, slippery away if he takes damage, if he gets too hurt or something. Let's see. Perfect. Yeah, Chewy, thanks a lot, man. I don't know why my game link wasn't showing up, but now we might actually get people showing up. Alright, so we got Bullseye's done, we got Toad is done, and it looks like Toad actually found the Creek core. Oh, that's going to be a game changer. And of course he didn't make an attack, so he takes the damage automatically. Excellent. And Toad's a great carrier for it, too. He's really hard to take down unless you can just randomly get one big spike, but you know, odds aren't always in your favor there. So for Jeremiah, what the hell do you do against that? I guess you maybe run a yeah, it is an interesting Cabal team, yeah. I was thinking Dark Rain with Hood's Rapid Fire is probably going to do a number on a lot of people. And you know, Bullseye's no slash either. He can take a lot of attacks. With his Spender, I think he gets to double tap people, basically. Yeah, his Spender does have Rapid Fire as well. It reminds me of like a really early kind of season, like 3 or something, or 2 or 3 roster. Yeah, here comes the garbage truck, or here comes the fire truck. I hope you like that size 4. I was thinking that too. I'm just wondering, is it like too early to throw that truck? It's never too early to throw a truck. Yep, here it comes. Just get it out of the way. Feed him to death. Pull that trigger. We have brace for impact over here? No brace for impact, so Toad could be, in fact, taking this truck to the face. I believe Hulk can throw for 3, right? Strongest one there is even 2. Yeah. He'll even have the power left to pick up that core if he wants. Yeah, his throw costs 2, right? Strongest one there is? Yeah, 2 power. So with 3 power, he can probably still make it there. Alright. Now I'm not sure if he's activating Red Skull. I think he must have, because he must have taken damage from Rolling Skulls on his Cosmic Cube power. So he probably activated Red Skull and then scooted Hulk up. Oh yeah, his leap is 3. Even less when you're playing him under Steve Rogers. Yeah, I had a Hulk in my roster every game, and I didn't play him once in this entire season. I kept looking for the moment to drop him. It just never felt right. Vision made some big appearances though for me, and I know Omnis is a fan of him. So let's see. Yeah, so Hulk got cubed up, and now we're seeing a Kingpin advance from Mike's side on the left here. Gonna try and just get to the center and hold the center, I think. And potentially maybe try and make throw angles awkward at Toad, but realistically, he's gonna be hard to block every angle that Hulk could throw this in at, so. I don't know if I like this either, because it potentially gives I mean, like, you know, it doesn't matter if I like it or not, I guess, but I see an issue that Hulk can now move, throw something at Toad, has the power to pick up the Kree core, and he could potentially be in range to attack Kingpin, and then he doesn't even take damage from the Kree core. Yeah, that would be like the best of all situations, I think. Yeah, I would definitely just kind of be looking to dunk Toad. So if you throw the truck at him, he's automatically taking 5, right? So he's going to block, well, all of it, basically. If he even blocks... Yeah. 4 damage from that thing, so he'd have to block at least 2 on 3 dice. That's not ideal. And he can't... I don't think he can slippery away after a throw, so... If he's still alive, you can punch him. Yeah, that's right. That power bank on yeah, slippery is damaged by an attack. Wait, is it attack or superpower? No. Damaged by an attack. It may use the superpower, so... Yeah, Hannes is right. No slippery for throw. Never hurts to look things up. Read your cards, kids. How many games I've lost? Just because I didn't read something correctly. I lost somewhere in the wall of text that is Dr. Voodoo. Alright. Looks like we're going to hold the Hulk play for now, maybe? Get up in the action with Hood. Maybe he's going to use Hood to try and get the damage off of Red Skull after he rolls the cube a bunch of times. Probably not worth it after just the 1 damage. The Black Arts. Yeah, it's too expensive for round 1 anyway. Looks like he's getting hemmed in by the dumpster. Seems to be placed right where he wanted to walk to. Still finding his way around. I bought the Hood miniature. That thing looks really cool. I can't wait until they get the 3D model done in here. It's gonna be awesome. Alright, looks like we're walking up next to the Gamma Shelter. Gonna try and cancel out Kingpin there. So right now there's a push on the center objective. You know, that truck goes away too early, and you've got Dr. Voodoo and, you know, Bullseye waiting to just pounce on Hulk there. Gotta time it right. Like, he could even potentially pass. It'd still be okay. Just to get a sense of where everyone's going. Yeah, I haven't seen Cabal on a, you know, a big match like this in quite a while. I can't remember the last time I saw like a season finals match with Cabal in it. It might have been season 2 or season 3 even. Everyone likes to play these new shinies now. Season 2, was it? And I think season 2, Pat Dunford won with Cabal, right? Or there was a Cabal final too. They were power hitters. It was the first initial faction, or you know, affiliation. Toad Coon, stop it! Don't make him cute. Don't make this awkward, Chewie. Oh, was it Asgard Cabal? Okay. I think I remember Hulk, or not Hulk, Thor make an appearance. And there was a lot of math being done on whether or not you can stagger MODOK on 6 dice, blanking wilds. That's right. Alright, looks like we're backing up with Bullseye here, and he's just going to take a safe move onto the objective in the back. Get some cover, standing on top of the car. Why is it? It feels like all the characters that are the best at getting those extracts are the ones that always somehow get the Creekor. But, I mean, we've got a million ways for Mike to be able to steal it back, though. You know, Dr. Voodoo can make him drop it if he gets enough power on him, and Black Hat can just walk up and steal it. So, you know, a lot of games could be won or lost on the fact that Hulk has just picked up a Precor, but at least with this Criminal Syndicate squad, Mike has some tools to, stem the bleeding, I guess. And if you can steal it at the right moment, that's effectively going to be a 4-point shift if it's like right before the round ends. So that's money in the bank for him. Yes, Chewy, Toad is on the Criminal Syndicate team. You are correct. I'm kind of expecting the eventuality that Toad gets dazed by Hulk throwing the fire truck at him and then punching him, maybe. Yeah, to which, he would need to respond by getting, Black Cat up there or something. And we did see Advanced R&D go out to Black Cat, so I think it was Bullseye that must have played it. And Jeremiah has not spent any of his cards yet. The standouts there are, Cosmic Invigoration on the Hulk is insane. Sacrifice keeps you off of him, and Indomitable is going to keep you from accidentally having a Hulk thrown at you, probably. I think the players are just discussing whether or not Voodoo is sitting on top of this truck properly or what have you. A heated debate, to be sure. Alright, looks like we came to a decision. Bruja, Price of the City. Why risk the Voodoo there? I think he may be trying to guarantee he gets a center point to get up early on points. But also he wants to try and... Maybe he can block a throw vector at Toad here? At Code. I gotta do one of those voice exercises like Ron Burgundy and get my commentary up in shape here. On this is right, I think. If Mike doesn't score... Oh, that's going to get confusing. Let me keep it this angle so the names are on the right side. If Mike doesn't score points early, he's going to fall down to this attrition, I think. Because the Criminal Syndicate team he brought... you're really not punching above your weight class here. Voodoo and Kingpin have respectable attacks, but the rest of the team is a little lackluster in that. I do like the position that Voodoo is occupying here. Taking away my stream. I wanted those clocks on. I think maybe there was an issue with the players accidentally hitting the game clock at the top of the screen, perhaps, so they wanted to take that away. I'll pan back to the clock every once in a while so we can get a picture of what's going on. Maybe check it in between rounds or something. Yep. It's not his last activation, though. Black Cat's hanging out near the back. Sneaky Black Cat. You didn't see her there behind that knockoff Lord of the Rings sign. There's no Black Cat in this game. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see anything. Oh, wait, there she is. Yep, guaranteed steal next turn. So again, he can use that to get up there, and that's only if there's a daze on Toad here. He doesn't even need it if that Toad doesn't go down. Yep, that's true too. Chewy. So there's the threat if he only leaves Red Skull back here, Black Cat could potentially double move to the other side of the field and grappling hook onto the back gamma point where Red Skull's hanging out, and that would override that point, basically because of the Criminal Syndicate leadership here. And well, that would be some bad news. That would leave 5 points, 6 points from the Gamma Shelters, basically all going to Mike. Whether or not he comes away with the, the Kree Corps here, it's a lot of points in round 1. But it does set him up to have lots of good options here. And it comes down to this. Can't wait any longer. Hulk's got to choose something to do. The question is what? If this were my play, I think I would try to scoot him up right next to the fire truck over here with a move action, because I don't want to waste that power. I want to just see if I can force the issue and take that off of Toad immediately. Because if you're holding that temporarily, even if Black Cat comes over to override this back point, at least next turn that gives Hulk something to do. He can get back to the back point and punch out Black Cat before she can steal it from him. And if you don't really dump a bunch of damage into Dr. Voodoo, it's going to be hard for him to build up the 6 power that he needs to put the token on Hulk. And at that point, oh man, it's just hurts spending 6 power on that. I mean, you do it because it wins you the game, right? But, like, it's not ideal for sure. Yeah, Jeremiah may not even see Black Cat's ability to run back to here. I mean, it's funny because when you're looking at this game from across the table, if you're over here, Black Cat's a bit unassuming. Yeah, that's exactly what I would have. I think that's about exactly the place I would have scooted Hulk to. So we'll see. We got 2 power spent, so it does look like we're going for that throw. Okay, Voodoo's drunk. Get him out of here. Medic. Oh man, where's the fireman when you need him? Oh no, now Bullseye's moved. Welcome to the game on TTS, everybody. Perfect. Nailed it. Super sneaky R&D. Yeah, so R&D is still, an excellent card these days, I think. They definitely toned it down by making it so it's active character only. I felt like that really drives me away from taking it in a lot of games for, Avenger squads, but the ability to R&D something to Black Cat and have her steal round 1 with Steve Rogers is pretty sweet. Yeah, we're just going to pick that up with the Hulk, why don't we? And I think maybe you try and slug Kingpin and push him. Dead Toad-kun. No, Toad-kun. Oh, I wonder if he's just going to leave it on the ground. I mean, I suppose you can always punch Kingpin and see where it gets you, and then pick it up. So, Amos has been playing a lot of X-23. Is that in an X-Men squad, or is it just like a character choice option in something else that you're playing? Alright, looks like we've got the wild push on Kingpin coming out here. X-Men squad, nice. Yeah, they're making waves now. They got a lot of good additions this season, or this release wave, I guess. Really builds out their capabilities as well as Brotherhood. Those guys are coming into their own. Yeah, so while Kingpin may not have suffered a lot of damage here, he's still getting pushed, so he's going to take one automatic damage from the Gamma Shelter scenario. Oh, nice. Congrats. Third place is a good finish. Omnis. Yep, X23 in her Dormammu list. Yep, that's a good option too. All right, so what do you think? Is it going to be a double move Gamma, or is she gonna try and steal this thing? Just control the center points. So Hulk is not contesting it. Control the center point. Make sure that gets overridden. So we got 2 Criminal Syndicate characters there. That'll override the other 2 characters from Cabal, the Bullseye and Hood. Make sure that the center point's his. Next turn, she can move, steal, move. Yeah, I think going neutral is not what Mike wanted here, really. I think you wanted to do something that'll get you points ahead here, probably. Coffee time. Weren't you playing X-Men? Didn't I stream that game? I think I remember X-Men doing pretty well. At least Storm had a good game. If I didn't love you so much. Oh my goodness. Alright, I think we're coming probably to the end of round 1, so let's check the timers here. Looks like they're all paused because everyone's they're calculating the score and everything. So it looks like we're going to go 3 and 3 here. We need a token for yeah, there we go, perfect. And there's the clocks right there, so we've got 1 hour on Jeremiah's side, and we've got 1 hour 7 minutes on Mike's side. So Mike is about 7 minutes ahead on clock, and he's the second player, so that probably checks out. All right, Bruja, what are your 3 good affiliations? I'll bet you're going to say Black Order, Wakanda, and Web Warriors. Alright, are we calculating gamma damage? Or tough to tell here, tough to tell. It looks like the scoreboard's a little weird right now. But they're both on 3 points, I'm sure they'll figure out. Try today's voodoo, huh? But Hulk's got that delicious Creekor. It's not showing up on the overlay because it's kind of thrown haphazardly on top of that token stack. But Hulk has it. I would try to get rid of Black Cat first, I think. Because Voodoo has to roll dice to build the power that he needs to drop a token onto Hulk. And whereas Black Cat's ability to steal it is automatic and guaranteed. Yeah, and spending 6 never feels good when you're trying to drop a token on a large threat character. I think there's a lot of players in the finals still playing Avengers, right? So they're still out there. But I think a lot of players kind of jumped ship after the last season when it seemed like practically everyone was playing it. So I think a nice breath of fresh air was needed, but I'm sure they'll be back. Amateurs are dead. Oof. A little extreme there. Alright, are we going to try and take out Toad to even out the activations here? Or are we going to do Black Cat? We've got 3 power on the Hulk. I think maybe he just throws Voodoo away, moves back, you know, punches Black Cat, and then jumps away or something. Criminal Syndicate and BH won't make finals. Yeah, Brotherhood has a very stiff game plan, I feel like, and there's a couple like linchpin things in there. If they go wrong, I think the Brotherhood players pretty quickly on a slippery slope down and out. I don't know. For me, I just like playing games till the end of the clock, so I'm gonna be sitting there rolling dice and whatever, win or lose. No, I'll never get tired of 5-hour games. Don't judge me, Matt. Feed me more. Harder, Daddy. Alright. Damage to Black Cat. Oh, Hood's going. Okay. So we've got some rapid fires going on here, it seems like. Interesting choice. 2 more damage. Looks like that one might have been blocked, though. Are we rolling in crits, perhaps? No, I think it would be 3 to 3. There's one token that's kind of not set up right. Okay, let's see if we can get the scoreboard fixed up for those of you watching from home. Whiff on the spender. Womp womp. Sometimes the dice just don't go your way. Alright, and now Black Cat's going to show us why you want to take her out. His rock. Woof. Is that a euphemism for something? He's got a big Hulk rock, I betcha. She's shocked, too. Just couldn't seal the deal on her, though. I'll take that, thank you very much. Sticky fingers. Master Cat Burglar. Now she's going to be able to get away behind that car, take cover, be next to her own gamma shelter. Never spender. Resist the urge. I'm trying to figure out what he was hoping to get out of the spender from Hood there. He's going to arc lightning, but to who? And shock's not super valid on, or super mandatory to have on Black Cat, Oh wow, she was even going to try and see if she could pass it away. Yeah, as the player that you're down characters already, rapid firing, getting more power, using it to heal with Hood. Yep, good catch, Chewy. Let's see if we can get that taken care of. I sent that over to the judge. We'll see. We're working on it, guys. Looks like Morgan's going to the forums just to be sure. Yep, you are correct, guys. So that was 2 movements. I think we're just getting the judge to look it up, and we'll get it all sorted out in a moment. Yeah, I know you guys are a couple seconds behind, so chill, baby. Hushblades, yes, the score is still 3-3. I've asked if we can try and get the scoreboard fixed up. I don't want to interrupt them. They've got one of the scoreboard flags is not synced up correctly, or it's on top of the other thing. Everyone is ready. Yeah, we're on top of that bitch. We can't let her get away with this. Yeah, Black Cat's one of those examples of mechanic that's kind of non-interactive, right? Like, you don't get to save against it. You don't get to resist it with a damage roll. It just kind of happens to you, and then you're really sad about it afterward. Looks like there's some changes going on. Oh, I think we're rewinding it at this point then. It's just an awful feels bad moment. Yeah, that's why she was more important to bring down than Voodoo. At least Voodoo's gonna have to roll for it. And Black Cat still has 2 power here, so she can, punch someone just for the sake of not taking damage from the Creekwar, and then grappling hook behind Toad. Yeah, that's about as close as you're going to get to approximating where she was, I think. Oh, that's it. Yeah, they never added the power from Toad getting his block knocked off by a fire truck. Carefully in position. Yep. Alright. We got there, guys. We figured it out. Yeah, well, we'll see if Black Cat's gonna somersault away with her grappling hook. Oh, I guess she must have just stayed there. Or maybe this movement tool is just left out from Jeremiah being about to start his turn. Black Cat's going down to 2. Oh, she's probably doing her Troublemaker spender attack to stagger the Hulk, if I would guess. Yep. Can't get away from being punched twice, so just make it so they can't punch you twice. Brutal. Hulk is also not happy about being stunned. He's getting pounded 6 days to Sunday here. All the things he doesn't like. People taking his stuff. Getting him staggered. Oh, you better watch out, Mike. You're going to make this guy angry. I don't know if you're going to like him when he's angry. Ha ha ha. Sooner. Coming in with the sacrifice option. Hell yeah. He is showing sacrifice still. But, maybe he's saving it for something more important? Who knows? Alright, guys. How long do you think this game's going to go? It was 3-3, turn 1. There's a lot of points on the board. If someone claims all the gamma shelters, they could get 8 in one round. I think maybe they go to round 4. Unless something really spikes. Mistakes were made. It looks like this is the wild trigger that lets you move after the Troublemaker attack. Oops. Clicked the wrong button. Can't give up like that on this game just because Black Cat's walking away from you. You got this. Oh, Chewy, you're going to be like that? Poaching my viewers? Whatever. Go enjoy that stream. That game's starting later than mine, so... You guys got 2 monitors, right? You can make it work. Yeah. Cutting Hulk's damage output effectively by half this turn is certainly not ideal for him. But now that Black Cat's gone, she's not going anywhere. The thing that I'm worried about is if he lets Toad survive, then Toad could, just grab it off of her. He's got the ability to lift it off somebody, right? Finders Keepers. It's an action for him, but then he can move and hop away. End up all the way back here near the curb. Or near the street in the back. Be just within range 2 of the Gamma Shelter. Yeah, I mean, you certainly feel like you're going to want to try and Cosmic Invigoration Hulk this round sooner, because that at least gets him partially doing the work that he should be doing. Sacrifice is spend 2 power. No, spend 1. Okay. I'm trying to wonder if he just forgot that he had it. So upset that he got the thing stolen from him, maybe? Because both of these characters, had plenty of power to spend. Hulk and either Bullseye or Hood. Oh, don't set up sweet beams. Don't set up sweet beams. Don't set up sweet beams. It's not going to do 1,000,000 damage because we don't have any damage points on Hulk to buff up this attack, and I don't think he's powered up with anything else, so. Yeah, they certainly don't seem like they have the damage output to bring down a 20 HP Hulk. Alright, let's check a clock check here. So it's, game time is 2 hours 24 minutes left. We're down to 50 minutes on Jeremiah's side. We're still just over an hour. So it means that that whole bit where Black Cat was running around only took him a couple of minutes to do. It's nice, easy activation. Certainly if I'm Mike right now, I'm feeling pretty good about this position, I think. You got, good saturation of your friendly characters here in the middle section, and the back section. It's going to make it really hard for them to score your valuable points. You're holding the extract, the only extract on the board. And you've got options to play with. That's a good board position. As Sploosh is fond of saying, seems like the control player, and it makes Jeremiah the beatdown. Let's see if they notice. So we finally got some dice rolls going on here. It's probably Bullseye activating, right? Because he can assign bleed to people. Yep, with the wild trigger on his throwing knives. So Toad's bleeding. Can always take 1 point of damage. Slipper's away. Not ideal, because now he's, going to be even farther back, and he can rip that token off of Black Cat. That's a really close range 4. He almost didn't make it away. Yeah, there's going to be plenty of time left on the clocks, I think. I just like to see how they're using the time between the two of them in comparison. I think it's a neat thing to check on. Seems like the players do not want to have the clocks displayed at the top of the screen for the stream review, so sorry everybody. We had to turn that one off. Alright. How low do you let that clock run down? 48 minutes now. Yeah, I mean, Jeremiah even brought field dressing. I suppose you save that for Red Skull or something. Hulk's not going down too easily, I don't think. 4 dice. So probably another rapid fire into Kingpin. Two crits on that side. Jeez. That's going nowhere. How many dice did you roll? Rolled 3 dice, so it was probably into Black Cat then. Well, as for the middle point, we've already got bullseyes going here. I'm thinking that Jeremiah's not going to have too many people left to contest the middle, because all 3 of those characters do not override a healthy Kingpin and a healthy Voodoo. So if he can time it right, he can definitely take over the middle section, and that would put him up by a significant margin, I think. Getting him 3 from the secure, 2 from the extract, that's 5 versus 1. That would not be ideal for the Cabal player, for Jeremiah. But he has to do that in a way that he doesn't get thrown away by the Hulk, or perhaps a Red Skull Spender. As people forget, but that thing does throw people. Any direction, any size. So it looks like I think we're gonna be wasting some time with Toad here. Sitting here hanging out next to the button. Soaking up some points. Seems pretty good. After you knew he was going to be this far back, I'm honestly surprised he didn't just grab that token off of Black Cat. I guess he thinks it's safer with a character that's healthy. He probably doesn't want to lose too many characters. He wants to keep the advantage of having bodies on the field. Yep, too much of a target on Toad. Sounds about right to me. Now he's only got 2 HP left too, so you know, a stiff breeze will knock him over at this point. One thunderclap and that's a wrap. Nice. Barncat, are you a poet? Yeah, I think Jeremiah's getting a little trigger happy with his activations. I know he passed earlier, right? Because he wanted to delay that Hulk activation as much. Didn't even know it. That's right. You're a poet and you didn't even know it. Yeah, it's when you're lower on characters, it's tough to not, or it's tough to get yourself out of the rut of just wanting to activate guys and knock people out, you know. So I can totally see the pressure being on him. He thinks he's got to go now, but realistically speaking, that Creekor was trapped there. He could, you know, Toad can't pull it off anymore. Black Cat can't give it away because she's not activating. So there's really no reason to rush it. Hulk's got plenty of HP to survive long enough. Rolling in with 9 dice. So it's probably a spender plus the, sorry, the builder attacked the regular strike. Is his strike called? Yeah, his is called strike, and then got extra couple crits in there. Chewie, I respect you sticking around, giving it a shot anyway. Voodoo's gonna get 6 power. Yeah, I mean, he's got most of that power just hanging out waiting on Bullseye's card. Ready to take it away. Bullseye's got, you know, 2 mystic defense, so he can sap power, he can probably deal a lot of damage with his basic attack. And she's only got 1 HP. Rather than throwing a car at her, wouldn't you just throw her into the car? I mean, I'd be considering it. Throw her backwards into Voodoo or something. Maybe you're just fueling him up points. Voodoo only needs to gain 4. Oh, yep, you're right. Good catch on the tactics cards. You know, Mike still has Indomitable, so if he tries to pick Black Cat up and throw Black Cat and dunk the extra 1 damage point, he can just stop that. Yep, you could toss her off into the middle of nowhere, just take gamma damage. That of course still lets her score that double points from the 2 points from the Creekor, but at least she'd be dropping it somewhere where maybe one of his characters can get it. But the problem is that Mike just has way more people, so he can easily afford to, you know, chump a character on getting that Creekor back, whereas, you know, Jeremiah not so much. Dodge roll. Looks like she went down. I'll take that. Yoink. Thank you very much. Pleasure doing business with you, Black Cat. Mr. Fix-It is coming in to get his rake. Gangster Hulk, right? In the noir comic books or whatever. Alright, so taking stock of things. That was a long activation for Hulk, but you know, if you feel like you gotta take the time, you take the time. Who's up next? Kingpin, it looks like. And we have field dressing. Kingpin's gonna have a hard time gaining that much power, I think, and staying within 2 of Black Cat. My chocolatey beverage is beginning to run out, and this makes me very sad. Kingpin's walking up. You want to try and hail to the king on Hulk, get him staggered again, just for good measure? I think that one you would certainly play sacrifice on, right? He doesn't have the power at this point, but certainly a juicy target for it. I think they downgraded his throw on Hail to the King, so can't throw size 4s anymore, right? It used to be any size. Yeah, now it's size 3 or less. So you don't get the added gravy, but it's still a great spender. Three dice there, rolling in a crit. That's a lot of damage coming in from Mike. It's probably on Bullseye? Yep. 3 damage to Bullseye. We got a wild, I think that triggers push. Stun and push if he's doing the headbutt. I don't know why you wouldn't. So that's good. Him getting Bullseye out of there after he's activated. Do you Indomitable this? Woof. Yeah, and I'm sitting here wondering what Jeremiah is holding Indomitable for. It's got to be to make sure Hulk doesn't get out of position by something, but I'm not sure what really sends him flying here. I guess Kingpin's headbutt could push the Hulk, but are we gonna parting shot Kingpin now? It's interesting. Or are we just hanging out? I think he might have realized that he couldn't get the angles that he wanted. Nope, looks like he's spending the 2 power, so probably going to do a parting shot, just land a damage on Kingpin. Gets him to reposition a bit more, and hey, maybe he can make it back towards his own shelter if the angles are right. Nah, it's going to be too extreme. Looks like you can't get anywhere near it. Just going to see yourself getting more game damage, but at least you'll be behind cover. Yeah, but it makes Kingpin spend his power, though. At the very least. suppose you could have Red Skull teleport Bullseye back into your backed Gamma Shelter? If you're over there? I mean, you get pretty damn close, so... Yeah, unless you teleport him in, he's gonna die to the gamma damage, right? Certainly not ideal. Very deliberate movements here. I think Jeremiah's, doing a good job of showing that, he can be calm under pressure and he doesn't give it crap about the clock, basically. It's not really phasing him at all, it doesn't seem. He's down to nearly down to 40 minutes at this point. Got a little wiggle, putting him in the right spot. Still have plenty of characters on this side of the on Mike's side of the board to activate. You can always try to get power enough to heal Bullseye, I guess. Put bleed back on him, but he's already activated, so it doesn't matter as much. Yeah, but if you're Jeremiah right now, you're really just running the risk of losing one or both of these points. You might as well consolidate your characters onto two, or onto one of them. And you probably have to make it the back one just to make sure that Voodoo doesn't fly in and score 3 points automatically. Are we gonna... What's happening? We're playing Indomitable, or are we gonna somehow go back to where he was? Let's check this out. I can't seem to get the flip over. I can't see the other side of it because I think I'm a spectator, but that's okay. Oh, we have a copy of it over here, don't we? Now a character would be thrown or pushed, but in fact, we pay 2. Not thrown, pushed. Yeah, so I don't know why that was flipped over. I don't recall seeing, unless there was a push that happened that, maybe we didn't get recorded and they forgot to flip it over. Or we didn't see it because he just announced he was going to spend it immediately and they didn't even reach for the tools, Alright, Red Skull's moving up. It's a risky move. It's just easily going to give away those 3 points, but I think he's trying to get the, Cosmic Invigoration out. Really trying to tune up Hulk and get the damage done. This is 5 dice. Looks like he's maybe doing a strike, and 4 dice, so probably... So it could be either Kingpin or Voodoo at this point. 1, 2 results from the strike. 1 block. I think maybe Kingpin spent a damage. He's going to get pushed again. Not ideal. Did they change Kingpin throw? Thought he could only throw terrain. Terrain feature or an enemy character. Nope. Street level negotiations is both, so... Matt, you're probably right. He probably tried to throw him and used Indomitable on the throw. Uh-oh. Looks like he's making it past. Interesting. No Cosmic Invigoration played, huh? Oh, I guess we're not quite done with the activation. Oh yeah, he's checking to see. I think he realizes it now. Alright, Red Skull, he still has 2 power. What are you doing with it? You wanna wake Hulk back up and hope for the best? I think Voodoo just gets away. Can't master the cube. Not quite enough power for it. I almost want to wonder if it would have been better if he didn't make an attack, and if Red Skull had just walked up, used Cosmic Invigoration, and walked back out. Tough to say. I think we're still on Jeremiah's time here. Oh, looks like we just slipped it over to Mike again. Oh, it's 2 each, I see. So he can still play it in between activations. That's right. I wasn't counting the power in the Hulk. Oh wait, Hulk has 3 on him. There's enough power out there. But there is going to be a chance for Jeremiah to do something in between the activations of... Well, it looks like Voodoo is going first, in between Voodoo and Bullseye. So maybe the Cosmic Invigoration comes out then. Yeah, Voodoo does have a throw, but he doesn't have the power for it right now, so he's going to have to spend an action trying to build that up. And, you know, if he can sap power and not deal damage, that's going to be bad news. So we got 3 dice roll. Is he throwing a car or another character? Pardon me. So it looks like we tried to do something, but we didn't get any power from it. Yeah, I think it might have been an attack into Red Skull or Hood. I think there was 3 defense dice, so 3 and 3 would be valid in either case. Doesn't look like any damage was dealt either way. But it's, you know, here we go, controlling that back section now. Mike would be on track to get 3 off of that. If he moves Bullseye to the center, he'll be getting... he won't be capturing it because Mike's got 3 in the middle right now, but... Or Jeremiah's got 3 in the middle right now. Dunk Bullseye again. That's right. That would give up priority though, so that's something to consider. Oops, sorry guys. Accidentally zoomed in. Accidental zoom-ins. Happen all the time. If you ever played TTS, you know what it's like. That middle mouse button is your best friend, but it's also your worst enemy sometimes. Alright, looks like there's activated token is off the Hulk, so Cosmic Configuration's probably gotten played, but doesn't look like they've flipped the card over yet. Proper power's been spent, so I think that's fine. 3 versus 1. Not ideal for bullseye. Yeah, just go ham in a bullseye. Do it. Send him off into the cornfields. I think he's got that push, so do you send him back or do you leave him around to smack him again? Hulk will need to build enough power to Gamma Leap to do something with it. But again, you're going to give up priority if you dunk him too hard. I think we came up with what? 1, 2 results there. 1, 2, 3. It looks like 1 damage would go through here. So Hulk's just going to have enough to do a leap after this. And maybe punch someone again. Leap backwards, punch Toad, try and take him out. For good. Got pretty good odds at it, I think. It's fair. Coffee Time says he needs the points more. Sometimes you get those Hulk gloves on and you don't know what to think anymore. When all you've got is a cheap knockoff kid's toy that looks like the Hulk's hands, everything looks like a smashing problem. Alright, so it looks like we're resolving a push from the first strike. Time check is hour 58 in the game, 33 minutes for Jeremiah, and 54 minutes for Mike here. Nice placement on the Hulk there with that Gamma Leap. It's always awkward when you cannot measure the range 1 from the objective. You just have to kind of jump into range and hope you're there. Or get real close with your eyes next to the board and inspect it. He's just trying to punch Bullseye, maybe take him out, maybe send him further away. We'll see what happens. 3 results for Hulk. 1 for Bullseye, 2 more damage. And a push. I mean, that's a pretty great result. Bullseye might have to spend 2 actions just moving back in, or else he risks taking damage from Gamma and just kind of dying out there. Every second he decides whether or not he's going to push. Another second that ticks away. Yeah, Indomitable is still in line, I think. Yep, it just got spent. So you spend it to avoid being pushed, right? But now Hulk can throw you. Butt your head up against that lantern. Big whiffs. That certainly is not going to make his life easier. I think he needed the dice to do something for him there, but the skulls he's rolling is not helping. Bullseye moves back and makes it like it wasn't even worth it. Put some chip damage in on Red Skull, maybe. Make him think twice about having to power back up. That's a real shame. 1 more damage would have gotten there. Looks like we're doing a 4 dice rapid fire. Or sorry, throwing needles, I think. Throwing knife. Yeah, he's got Pry with Dark Rain, and a bunch of characters here waiting to just get punched out. Yeah, Black Cat is definitely priority. You don't want an automatic steal coming in again. Because she'll be at full health on her injured side. You know, at that point, she can just afford to walk to the edge of the board, grappling hook away, and just be pretty safe, scoring points. You know, you'll take the 1 gamma damage for the 2 points you're scoring pretty safely. If it were me, I would Dark Rain her. You know, Voodoo's still a monster, but yeah, automatic steal is definitely worse, I think. Oh, is that right? Yeah, you're right. You can't do dice modifications. Thanks, Fawn. So Black Cat might survive. It's all down to just how many dice is Hulk rolling. Throw a bullseye into Toad. Yeah. Dirty. Are we looking to see if Red Skull can punch Voodoo? Or if Voodoo can throw him? Alright, so we got the score fixed up. Looks like it's 7-7. Time on the clocks, we got hour 54 left in the game. Under 30 minutes for Jeremiah. And 54 minutes and change for Mike at this point. And priority should be over with Jeremiah. I think there was probably just an activated token that got forgotten, and the mod might have moved it over accidentally. Yeah, a lot of my games that I play, when I'm playing on a clock, I'll burn a lot of my time in the first couple rounds just to make sure that the opening of the game is precise enough to set me up for a win. And then as the clock ticks down and the turns wind down, I don't know, things just kind of come into clear focus, and I can play the last couple turns very quickly. But you know, every player's different, so we'll see how Jeremiah is able to handle that. Yep. It's a lot of dice. 10 dice in the tray. KO Black Cat. Yikes. That was a good roll. LOL dead. Squish. Wait, so she just uses the other 8 lives now, though, right? Oh wait, no, that's Catwoman. Wrong universe, guys. I don't think I've ever read a Black Cat focused comic book, so I don't know if she does the whole cat puns business. Yeah, so I think he's probably checking out the throw angle, and he'll either throw into the billboard or into Toad or into Bullseye. And I think he's probably aiming for Toad, but any one of those outcomes is, I guess, acceptable. As long as it gets Black Hat off the board, right? So it looks like we went past where Toad was, or where Bullseye was. It looks like we're hitting Toad first. Yep, certainly looks good there. And it looks like a clear of the signpost as well, so Toad's going to have to roll for dodge. Yeah, this is a pretty big swing turn. Cracks are starting to show. Hulk's doing Hulk things. Just Hulk things. Just big green things. Ouch. There goes... Oh, and he rolls 3 hits on that. No bueno. And then there were 3. So now he just cranks Bullseye into something else. Wonder if he can make it all the way to Kingpin. Throw him into Kingpin, see if he collects some more damage. Yeet! Doesn't Bullseye have like some ridiculous last name? Benjamin Poindexter? I feel like it's gotta be some kind of social crime throwing a guy named Poindexter. Oh right, solid frame. That rule basically never comes up except for right now. Wonder if he's gonna yeet him into there anyway. Yeah, solid frame. This character does not suffer damage from collisions with other characters. Very specific. I wonder if they had this idea that where Kingpin was just gonna throw people into himself. Like stand next to a piece of terrain and then throw them over him, and I think he probably wants to try and Jeremiah's clock is stressing you out. Yeah, I think he probably wants to try and just make sure that he's able to reposition Hulk afterward. We're down to sub 30 minutes in Jeremiah's clock, 24 minutes. It's getting hectic, getting sweaty. But, you know. So, if you're Mike, do you just try and put as much clock pressure on your opponent as possible and, you know, force him to make some difficult decisions and choose between 2 different things and try and just burn him out of it? Because, you know, Jeremiah just went way up on attrition here, and he's controlling this round certainly very, very well. And unfortunately, Mike didn't jump out to the big enough lead early on. Hushblade, I think he's probably been switching the time. Yeah, I've seen him do it a couple of times, and I know Morgan's on tap to remind the players, and they had a conversation about that before the game started. So they agreed to have, since they may not be familiar with clocks or pressing the buttons, they agreed to have Morgan watch the clock and make sure that a switch happened when it was supposed to. And I think that's you know, a nice, good decision to have the judge there. Coffee time. I did have the clocks up, but unfortunately, I think the players wanted to play without them, so they had to remove them from the stream review. So I'm going to respect that. I don't want to put them back up and get the clocks in players' faces. I know that the clock buttons at the top of the screen are you know, clickable, so they would tap back and forth to if you accidentally hit the buttons, and that may be a reason that they removed them. Yeah, that's why I'm frantically zipping back and forth to watch the clock every couple of minutes. Now, Voodoo has his token on him still. And that means he can throw someone within range 3 of himself, I think. I have to check that one. This guy's a wall of text. Nope, nope. He can only throw from within range 2. So this looks like it's a spender attack. Or sorry, this looks like it's a basic attack that went into this bullseye over here. Bullseye survived and then used parting shot to get away, looks like. I was thinking he was measuring to see, you know, can I throw you away, you know, from range 3, but that's not what the card says. Yeah, I mean, at this point, you've got him standing next to Red Skull, within range 2 of Red Skull and Hood, and Dark Rain is in play, or available, right? So, maybe he is very much worried that Voodoo just gets got here. That would definitely crumble away some of the work that he's able to do with this turn. Looks like Red Skull spending power. How many dice we got in the tray here? 3 dice, so we're good. Defending with it might have been a layover from a previous turn. So 8 dice coming in. Oh, I guess maybe it was 2 dice plus, nope, there's no crits, that doesn't make sense. Who's got 3 defense? Oh, he was attacking Hood? Yeah, looks like he might have been attacking Hood. The second attack took damage. I think he changes when he gets hit by Mystic, right? Oh no, that's only the other side. Mystic vulnerability. Alright, so he transformed. So Hood is now up in Voodoo's face, and he's on the scratchy side. It's the business end of the stick. That 6 dice builder. Woof. And it bleeds you. Oh yeah, good call, Coffee Time. Red Skull did spend power there, so he was playing Hail Hydra to get the attack to go into Hood, looks like. Hood is moving away short. Would have been the throw, I'm sure. Probably doesn't want to stand right next to Hood with all that nonsense there. And we're going to pay to put a token onto Red Skull. The Dr. Voodoo token, or the Brother Daniel token associated with Dr. Voodoo, I mean. 4 power well spent. That means he can't score with Red Skull right now. There's no way to get the token off because Voodoo can't be KO'd this round. That's really the only way to get that token out of the game, off the board. Otherwise, Michael will keep it where he wants it. So it looks like we got Hood coming in. Would have been a charge. Is there power spent? see. Seems like he was trying to transform. Hood is one of those characters I'm less familiar with. I don't see him on the table a whole lot. So for Razor Talons, he transforms only if he dazes or KOs. For Empowered Dark Lightning, he would transform after the attack is resolved regardless. So it seems like he was able to transform back. Probably did a charge into a Empowered Dark Lightning. Now he's on the normal side now, I think, right? This is the Hood transformed miniature, and then this is the one with the guns. Yeah. So I think he got damaged by that attack from Voodoo that got shunted by Red Skull, and then he got thrown away. I think he moved back in and then spent to do a spender, which transforms him. I don't know. This guy's really slippery, so. Okay. Looks like Red Skull has been thrown. Yeah, it's tough to say. I'll have to ask the players after the game what happened there, because I wasn't sure exactly like who was transforming him back. Because I could have sworn that he transformed and then got thrown away, but that was a result of attack. But perhaps he was already transformed and we missed that at some point. All right, we'll do a time check, and we're back to Jeremiah's turn, Jeremiah's clock. So we got 20 minutes ticking away here. And time on the game is 1 hour and 40. Mike's clock's sitting pretty. Nothing to write home about there. I'm pretty sure that Hulk should have an activated token. Oh, that's what happened. So because it was a spender, there was power burn. So he transforms before damage is dealt from power burn. And then he transforms back because he was hit by Mystic. So that's what happened. Alright, so we're rolling at a Red Skull's activation, it looks like. I think he should have had the Brother Daniel token on him. Wonder if it got lost or shuffled around or something. Checking on that. Missing Brother Daniel token too. Yeah, the clock is stressing me out. Just this guy knows he's on a clock. Listen, Sooner, you come watch me play War Machine sometime, and I'll play like 3 games of that, or 3 turns of that in like 5 minutes. Then we'll talk about stressful clock. So Red Skull's moving back in. I'm still getting clarity on whether or not he's got the Brother Daniel token on him. Maybe there was a consideration of it, but then I think he took the token back. So it looks like the Brother Daniel token is still on Dr. Voodoo at this point. We're in round 3, so there's plenty more game to play. Tied at 7 and 7. And on maybe what, 15 minutes, 17 minutes of clock? It's gonna be tough to get all that game in. Right, thanks, Coffee Time. Yeah, he did throw him after, I guess, second guessing his brother Daniel. Oh, looks like Red Skull Spender may have thrown Voodoo away. Bonus damage, bonus power. Alright, so we're getting the activated tokens filled in. Well, hey, next couple of turns, might be able to motor on. So we're back to Mike's time here. Mike still has 50 minutes. Plenty of breathing room. Sooner, I can feel you getting stressed out from, like, across the internet, buddy. Crack open a beer or something. Chill. Yeah, there's, once he whittles down the enemy team, he can take almost no time on these activations, and maybe might not even need to make too many attacks or anything. Just go for the guaranteed stuff, like spending power to throw people. Go home, Bullseye, you're drunk. Just flipping him over. Alright, someone said that Bullseye was going to run in and finish off Voodoo, so whoever called that one, good job. Matt Alex, it looks like. Good job, man. Alright, Kingpin's coming in. Try and see if we can recoup some of this. Staying within 2 if he can build the power to field dressing. Red Skull's got 4 physical defense, though. He's no slouch. Might just be able to take it on the chin and walk it off. That's a good roll, though. It's a good defense roll, too. 4 versus 2 is only going to get 2 through. Yeah, not enough for field dressing, critically, as you said. So that'll be the end of Kingpin's activation. Oh, he looks like he's going to throw him away from the point. Just give him some points. Does get enough to do street level negotiations. So do you just... I mean, I would consider pushing him into Hood just to backstop him so that you're still within 2, and then maybe you can chuck him away. Unless he's also within range of Hood. He's going to follow up by throwing Hood into Red Skull. Yep. Ooh, that's really close. Might not be in range. We got the button to turn the setting on to check if they're in range there. Alright, man, that's awful red on Mike's side. Kingpin's got a check mark. Everyone else is dazed or KO'd. Kamal coming in strong here. Yeah, Mike was in a good position early on, but I don't think he was able to hold on to it. And yeah, as long as he doesn't get clocked, so there's always that. You know, if you're Mike, you just keep playing the game out to see if you can make this guy, you know, take longer than he should. Kingpin's getting some extra power. Oh, it looks like he might have just... Huh? Oh, Hood is activating and probably doing his rapid fires. Yeah, that's probably what's happening. Which is burning even more of his time. We're down to just over 15 minutes now, Jeremiah. And I gotta, you know, commend him. He's using all the time available to him. Coffee time. You gotta play the man, not the game. How was your day at work, Coffee time? Did you have a good day at work? Speak of the devil. Unused seconds are a wasted second. That's right. It's a resource. Yeah, squeeze blood from the stone. Alright, so we got a couple of damage in on Kingpin there. Maybe like 1 extra damage after he took the gamma damage earlier. Yep. No sap, no skull, no nothing. But hey, sometimes the dice giveth and the dice taketh away. Alright, we got next round here, so Jeremiah's sitting pretty at 13 points. Current time on the round is hour 30 minutes, or time of the game is hour 30 minutes. We got 14 minutes on Jeremiah's side, 46 minutes on Mike's side. Priority goes to Mike because so many characters are dazed that you know, Jeremiah had to give up priority there. But as you guys were saying in the chat room, Hulk is going to be able to go last here, and there's no way you're going to deal 19 damage to Hulk at this point. Or sorry, 18, the 18 remaining damage. Sure, you're gonna dark rain him at this point. Oh, actually, no, it looks like that was a disarm from Criminal Syndicate, from Kingpin and from Bullseye, disarming Hulk. But it looks like it's probably going to be too little too late, I would think. Hulk's just going to sit there and soak up 5 victory points. Kingpin being the only one that can contest it. And it looks like Mike may have used his priority in order to play his tactics card and then passed, making it back over to Jeremiah. Choosing Dr. Voodoo as his first activation, seems like. And Voodoo is getting back into the scenario here. Mike is running out of healthy characters to tap into his Kingpin leadership with. So it looks like Dark Rain's been flipped over. I would assume it would have been last turn. So I think he was dealing a lot of damage to Voodoo. I don't see any extra tokens on the board for that one, so it's hard to say. Unless they come up across the top board, no. sometimes the tokens like Brother Daniel will not show up above the characters on the overlay, so. Whoops. Doink. What's happening? Oh, he just bumps in. Okay. Maybe he hit the dumpster or something. Oh, he was... Got 2 blocks there. Who's taking damage? Hood? So it did make it into Hood. I think they just took Bullseye off the board because he was going to take the 1 damage automatically, so that didn't matter where he came down. It was interesting that the placement of the Hood miniature is still on Jeremiah's time. So I'm asking a judge about time on the time it's taken to place the Hood miniature, because you know if you do that on your opponent's clock, you can burn a lot of time with that. Like, oh, I don't know where I'm going to put him. Yeah, yeah. If you're just tuning in, Hulk is the MVP of this game, I think, and he's going to be scoring a lot of points for Jeremiah, as long as Jeremiah doesn't clock out with only 13 minutes left. Play a whole round here. But if that plan works out for him, it's going to be real hard to contest his points earning there. Alright, coming back in for the finishing touches here. And we're back on Jeremiah's time. It's just over 13 minutes. I'm gonna keep saying 13 minutes because I know it's making Sooner stress out. Alright, so we got Dr. Voodoo's activated. We've got Kingpin and Bullseye left. We have 2 dice being rolled, so it looks like Dr. Voodoo's getting hit. He put his brother Daniel's token on Red Skull, it looks like. And Dr. Voodoo looks like he took a couple points of damage from that, or he's at 2 damage now. He's trying to check to see if he can sacrifice it. That's range 2. Well, if it's Hood attacking Voodoo, sorry, then it wouldn't be sacrificed. It's the wrong player. I keep confusing which team Hood's on. I just feel like Voodoo should be on the Cabal team for some reason. One dice tries again. 8 dice being rolled. Sounds like a spender to me. He's gonna try and wipe Hood off. Or no, that's probably, oh yeah, Empowered Dark Lightning is 8 dice, so that's probably it. they'll automatically turn back into hood. So we got a horrible roll though. One hit. Oh, off of 8 dice. That's so sad. Yikers. Oh, it looks like we grabbed the wrong miniature and put it down within range 1. Oops. Oh, we're going to be in single digits soon. Sooner. Everyone's sweating from their armchairs. Yeah, it was a big whiff by Hood in that die roll there. Spenders are a trap. Certainly feel like it. Yep, Dark Rain's already been used earlier in the game, I believe. I don't think it would have been on Black Cat because you can't reroll on Black Cat, so it's probably a poor choice. I mean, you can still play the card on her, but you're not getting benefits from it. Alright, so 4 dice, probably rapid fire from Hood after he transforms. Or Bullseye, actually. Looks like he might just be tossing a knife at Hulk. So we've got 41 minutes on Mike's side to 10 minutes on Jeremiah's side. Using all the time in the world here. We're not within range 2, so there can't be a Hail Hydra there, looks like. Or a sacrifice for that matter. That's right, he needs to hold that Hulk activation as long as possible to clinch that victory. Do we daze? Just taking damage, so he's going to transform again. Hood is just dancing around the place. He got back there though. And the transformed or possessed side of Hood is really durable, subtracting 2 points of damage from every hit. So I think we'll see an activated token go onto Hood at some point, right? Yeah, there we go. No, Jeremiah. He's getting trigger happy. Maybe he's just measuring it out. No, it looks like he is moving. Is there something else going on? Is he finally feeling the pressure from the clock sooner? It's getting to him. He's under 10 minutes now. Hulk's spending a lot of power there. 3 for Gamma Leap. And 4 for Hulk Smash, I think. Maybe he Hulk smashes and then doesn't throw from the Hulk smash, but then he's out of power now, so he can't throw with the strongest one there is. But I mean, if you can get that Hulk smash, stagger, and throw, he's going to be out of commission anyway. You still got a healthy Red Skull that you can double move to one of the Gamma points if necessary. And if this really is a Hulk smash, is it not a short throw? Yeah. Hulk roll a lot of dice on that one. Oh, looks like the game's been called, so I think we're going to jump back in. Alright, stay tuned. We're going to do some interviews. It looks like the game's been called. Jump back into the audio channel. Hello, everybody.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing well. Well, that was, well, if you listen to the chat room, a super stressful game based on the clock.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, I've
Little
got to
bit.
commend you for managing all of your time very well like that. So,
If I only have 8 minutes left, did I really manage it well?
I mean, it's a resource just like anything else, right?
Read your mind.
But I think you were giving Sooner an ulcer. He was watching your time tick down, and he was just like sweating over there in the chat room. So
Honestly, at this stage in the game, if his time had clocked out, I would have given him the win. He's, you know, he canceled out all my outs, like not killing Hood, not Kingpin taking the just enough damage to get the throw, like just all the little things worked out this turn for him.
right, yeah, and then, well, that middle turn there where Hulk blew up the world, kind of a turning point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time.
So, good job to you both, man. I think that Mike was in pretty good control of the game in the early rounds, but that swing really brought it back. So, way to capitalize on that, and then just use that position to catapult yourself to the win. And of course, condolences, Mike.
Oh, that's okay. It was a great game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jeremiah is a great player, and I look forward to seeing what he does in the cut.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it was a hell
If you
of
were
a
here,
fun
I would.
watch too. So,
If you were in Colorado, I'd go buy you a beer.
Yeah, I appreciate the sentiment, but well played. You got the better of me today for sure.
Well, we'll do it again for sure.
I hope so.
So we were just looking back and forth at a couple of different activations that we were seeing, and Mike, I thought the early part of the game where you had advanced R&D power to Black Cat was a setup for potentially moving her twice across the board and just catapult or grappling hook onto the back point and stealing 3 points early. Is that something that you considered?
It was actually, but when he dazed Toad and picked up the core and had and pushed Kingpin, so he was winning the middle. I didn't think it made sense to sacrifice 2 points in the middle and 2 points on the core to go for 3 points at his back. I just thought it made more sense to put Black Cat in the middle, points parity, and then Black Cat dashes in, steals the core, and runs. And that's what I did. And then, he put down 8 damage on Black Cat. That in just a couple of activations, like just super bad luck on the amount of damage that she took.
How ironic.
So, yeah, yeah. Like I mean, that's how it goes, right? I think that was the right play. Now, had he not dazed Toad, like had Toad rolled out of that bus being thrown at him, if he had killed like one block, freaking Toad, or if he hadn't dazed Black Cat, then I would have gone for that back point. But just everything just didn't, nothing worked out. Nothing worked out the way I wanted it to.
Yeah,
Nothing
death
worked out
by
the
a
way I
thousand cuts. I was saying I was ironic because bad luck is one of her superpowers.
Oh yeah, for sure. He didn't need the rerolls though. He got that naturally.
Yeah, I at one point thought that he was going to drop a dark rain on her, and then someone in the chat room reminded me doesn't work so well on her.
Doesn't work so well against Black Cat. Had I I did forget. I made a misplay on the Kree core. I forgot that I couldn't make a second move. Huge misplay on my part. What I really should have done was put Black Cat in range 3 of Kingpin, and then stolen the core, hucked it over to Kingpin with the leadership, and then moved Black Cat to the back point. But I had already placed her when I realized my mistake. I was out of range. Didn't really want to throw it to Bullseye. He was just going to get clobbered by Hulk. So, staggering Hulk and moving on seemed like the best bet. And, I figured I could take one attack from Hulk and a couple of shots from Hood and, maybe a potential Red Skull shot, but she couldn't tank that.
Yeah. I mean, the dice will fall where they may, right?
Yeah.
Jeremiah, I got a question from Sooner. He wants to
sure.
know why you didn't lock in the victory by saving Hulk until the last activation.
I must not have saw that I could get all the points to win. What do you mean, saving Hulk to the last activation for what? For this year?
Yeah,
This last round?
that's correct. And the theory.
Oh,
the running
I had
theory
the
was
victory. Because
Yeah,
as long as
I think it was locked in
Kingpin
anyway.
can't, yeah, Kingpin can't move Hulk, so I'm going to score 5 points there to get me to 18.
Mm-hmm.
I think
So
his point is if you hadn't gotten the power to throw Kingpin, I could have moved Kingpin to the back point, and you don't score that.
right, but
Because
then
I count as 2 and you count as 1.
I score my point and the middle point and Hulk anyway for 5, so I still win.
Yep.
Because then Red Skull
Yes.
just walks next to Bullseye and he's healthy. So
Damned if you do, damned if you don't, right?
yeah, I
Yeah.
think I feel like I kind of had it there anyway. But yeah, I guess
Spoiled for
maybe
choice.
the smarter plan wouldn't have been greedy, going for the stun and just walk up, punch him, and then throw him, and then it's done. But
I think they were
yeah,
calling it that you were going to try and use Red Skull's spender to throw Kingpin and get him out of commission. And then,
yeah, if he like went into the middle or onto my back point or something like that, then I probably would have done that. But I didn't really need to, because I think again he can't put a healthy character on the middle and on the back point. So whichever one he goes to, I just walk Red Skull to the other one that
right,
Kingpin's
like I
not
said,
sitting at.
spoiled for choice. So I'll go back to Mike for this one. How has Criminal Syndicate been for you? Is this your first game with them this season? Did you switch in the cut? How's it
No,
going?
I went 5-1 with them in the cut, and I made a tactical decision to bring Voodoo here, and I'm looking at how the game went, probably wasn't the right move. Lizard Mysterio probably would have been a better combination, but that's okay. No, they've performed really well. Usually they can weather those attacks. I mean, my defense rolls were coming up way below average this game, which allowed Hulk to build power, to do all sorts of things, and even Hood was putting in some good damage. But that's part of the game. That's okay. I think tactically my approach was probably the right one, but didn't win, so maybe not.
Well, sometimes you need a little luck to carry you over the finish line, but it seemed like
And
you
don't
were
get me wrong,
sitting pretty
Jeremiah
until
played a great game.
Hulk blew
I'm not
up.
taking anything away from him by saying,
Oh yeah,
my dice rolls were below average or anything like that. That's not the
yeah.
case. I think,
No one's gonna bring
in this
that on you, I
game,
don't think.
I think in this game, if my defense had held up, I have a much, feel much more in control of the game. But it didn't early. And then, Jeremiah kind of leaned on the gas, and that's what you should do when you get that early advantage.
That's right. So kind of the same question goes over to Jeremiah. Is Cabal a recent switch for you, or have you been playing them for a while?
I played him this whole season. When I first picked up the game, I for a long time just basically played Cabal and Avengers. So I would say Avengers is kind of my normal one, but I do like Cabal. I'd say like Cabal, Guardians, and Avengers are the 3 that I play. But I hadn't. It's funny, when I played this season, I hadn't played Cabal in a long time, so it was kind of fun to
Like
get
coming
back
back
to
home
him.
for you, huh?
Yeah, I like them. I've always kind of thought they were underrated, and I think Red Skull is also super underrated. He's a really good utility piece that does a lot of different stuff.
I would agree with that. I think he's always been a flexible 4-point leader. His leadership's good enough to carry him through, and a push on his basic attack, and a non-size throw on his spender. He's got a lot going for him. So
Yeah,
I think he's a stellar character.
yeah. The fact that he can like throw Dormammu with his spinders is pretty sweet.
It's real funny. All right, so now that you're moving on, is there any player left in the bracket that you really want to play or that you really want to stay away from?
I don't know. Like, I honestly feel really weird that I've gotten this far. So, like, I don't have any like good grand strategies or anything. Like, I'm just gonna kind of take them as they come. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I there's a lot that I haven't seen and played against, and I'm not like a super high repetition player, so there's a lot of like stuff that I just don't know
Yeah.
anything about. So I'm hoping I don't run into one of them, but. The Daredevil Shadow guy isn't in yet, right?
No, he's not legal
Okay.
yet. So
Correct. Not
Yeah,
that I'm
I'm,
aware
I'm
of. Yeah.
I'm
He didn't
super
make the
happy
cut.
about that because I was looking at that list and yeah, I think I just absolutely lose to him, but he's not in it, so I'm just gonna take them as they come, baby.
Breathe a sigh of relief on that one. And yeah,
Yeah,
so at the start of the game, we were getting a couple people excited to see Red Skull and Cabal in the finals again. So
yeah.
good job making a great representation of them.
Well, take it all the way, baby.
All right.
Hey
Well,
Dan, thanks for streaming our game.
absolutely.
Sure.
You've given some good commentary and letting the people out there see what's going on.
I'm happy to be able to be a part of it, guys. Thank you for letting me join you tonight. And I'm going to let
Yeah,
you both
thanks.
go and enjoy the rest of your night. And
Sweet.
to everyone else out there, thanks for joining us.
Hey, good game, Jeremiah. Good luck in the
Hey,
rest of the finals.
good game too.
All right.
Take it
See you
easy.
next time, everybody. Bye now.
Bye.